thoughts on what he's been able to contribute to the team?
About him?
Returning the question.
Obviously, plays with a lot of energy on both sides of the court. Makes smart decisions. Has the challenge every night of defending the best guys on their team. Setting the tone physically. I think he's doing a great job, and obviously attacking the rim, shooting the shots that he got to shoot, and just being there with his athleticism helps us a lot.
How physical would you say this is on a 1 to 10 basis? Because for those of us who were watching, it seems there were a lot of times when it was borderline, to say the least.
I mean, I don't know on the scale, but it's been pretty physical. They let you get away with a lot of things on both sides. That's what they talk about when they say play with basketball. So we just got to match the energy every time and come out and play physical.
You've obviously competed against Kawhi a lot, playoffs otherwise. What did you think about how he looked coming back the other night?
I mean, he's always a threat. I think he did a great job on defense. He was in the passing lanes, interrupting easy plays. And offensively, obviously, we know what he can do. So he's another guy out there that we really got to be careful and not get going. But how he looked, I mean, that's for them to decide. We just try to do our job and making shots tough for everybody on their team.
Your biggest role, obviously, is defensive, and you did a great job in games 1 and 2. But I wonder how it felt to knock in that big shot at that key moment there.
Obviously, it feels great. Anytime the shot goes in, feels great. Not just that one, but taking a little lead and then extending that lead obviously helped a lot. But I think coming down the stretch, especially PJ stepped up big time. I think he made 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. That was clutch for us. Luka coming down in transition, pulling up. So everybody contributed, made their shots. But obviously, it's a good feeling whenever the ball goes in.
And there is an adage that in the playoffs, role players tend to play better at home with the home crowd behind them. Have you noticed that in your experience?
I'm not really sure. I would have to go back and watch all the games. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who plays well. All we care about is how to get the win. And obviously we know sometimes they take away certain things for our star players, so everybody else got to step up. And that's probably what you're talking about and what happens. But overall, we just got to make sure to keep making the right plays, the right adjustments. We had film today, cleaned up some things because we know they're going to make some adjustments. So we got to have answers for that.
The Clippers shot their lowest field goal percentage of the season in Game 2. How do you guys make sure that happens?
I mean, big compliment there also to Luka, who took the challenge and played 1-on-1. And I think a great key was for everybody being in and protecting each other. Even if there was a mistake, somebody else helped out and rotated, and that's what we got to keep doing, just trusting each other on the defensive side.
How's your toe doing? I know that for quite a while after you came back, you were having to do a lot of maintenance on it. Are you still having to do that, I assume?
I mean, I do maintenance on it all the time, but it feels good. I can play, and that's the most important thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maxi, Derek said that he thinks Luka's defense has been kind of underrated all season. After last game, he's getting more attention now. What do you think about Luka just as a defender overall?
I think he has great timing, anticipates what guys want to do, knows the tendencies. So he's a very high IQ player, and therefore can challenge that. Also, when he's on the weak side, understands where to be. So I think he puts himself in a great position. Obviously, he takes a big. He has the ball on offense for us all the time, so that's tiring too. So he will not be able to put the same effort on the defensive side all the time. But if you get it 80% of the time, whatever, that's a big step because it helps everybody else. But just his IQ helps him a lot on the defensive side, and I think right now he shows what he's capable of and what he's doing. And sometimes there's one play that will be picked out where he maybe missed something, but that's just normal. Everybody has mess-ups during the game. It's a long game, and he plays the most minutes. So obviously sometimes it's going to happen, and people want to pick it out. But overall, I think he's a very smart defender, is in the right positions, and that helps the team.
What have you seen from Lively in his first 2 playoff games?
I mean, I said it all season. He doesn't really play like a rookie. I think he's a very, very smart player. He understands the schemes. He understands what he has to do as a big guy, because a lot of times we are the guys helping in that position, and he's always in the right spots, and takes the challenge. And I think he's doing a great job, obviously, rim protecting, and also his roles are, a big threat for everybody else, just because he's so tall and athletic.